quiet. Any carriers
Hey,
that will,
Alex.
yeah, go ahead. Yeah, Mike.
Yeah, so you mentioned indexed universal life. Can you hit some on that when you're selling someone tax-free retirement? Because I know IULs can be used for tax-free retirement if it's max funded. So can you hit on that, sort of explain what it would take to do that?
Yeah, that's like an hour-long seminar, but I will show you an illustration. So let's get back to Mike's question. Mike, um, so the simple answer to index universal life is uh, what what time is it? I only got 10 minutes. Okay. Honestly, to get into universal life, index universal life training is to really understand it. It's a good hour-long seminar, and that's going through it really quick. But let me kind of show you. It's important for you guys to know why. What are the results? I mean, what kind of result is someone looking at when they want to get an index universal life or tax-free retirement? Okay. It's all about results. People want to know, what will this do for me? They don't want to know all the indexes, and they don't want to know how the sausage is made. They just want to know how it's going to benefit them, right? So let's do that. Let's talk about how it would benefit them. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring up an illustration that I did. I do a lot of illustrations for people to help them with their clients. So let's go to, I keep all my illustrations, my proposals. So let's, this is Steve's client. Okay, so this is a client that, this is Builder Plus. Can you guys see this illustration? Can someone say, can you see this illustration I'm showing?
Yes.
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 Okay, so so this is like a 51-year-old, and they wanted to see how much cash value they could have by putting $500 a month into a policy. So this is right at the edge of what we could do for them. It's 15 years. If a client has 15 good years they can put into an IUL, then they're a really good candidate for a tax-free retirement program. And so we ran Builder Plus 3 for North American. So notice they put $600 or $500 a year or a month. So it's $6,000 a year. So year 10, they put in $60,000. Okay. So let's just say 5.91% average index growth. They've got 42,000 in cash, and their death benefit they started out with is 115,000. So why does the account value not grow so much in the first 10 years? Is because all the fees and all the loading of the fees are front loaded. Okay. So let's take the next 5 years. So next 5 years, and this was limited in year 15 because of the guideline premium. I'm not going to get into that. But you can see the total amount they put in is 87,000, right? And the cash value, they start taking money out of it, tax-free, $64.80 a year. And so the first 5 years, they get the value of 32,000. They have 87,000 in cash, and they have 77,000 in death benefit. So let's keep going with this. So by age 80, they put in just a set amount of 87,000. They get 97,200 tax-free retirement. Their account value and their death benefit, you can see there. So we ran this out to age 90. So if they live out to age 90, again, 87,000, they got 162,000 of benefit. They have 21,380 in of death benefit left. So, if you look at that, it's not quite 100% return if they live to age 90. Okay. Now, maybe they die at 85. They still have made more. They took more out tax-free than what they put in. plus they have a death benefit. Okay. So this is an older person. So IULs don't work as well for an older person. Okay. So let's look at someone who, see if I can, I think this might be Isabella. Okay, this is a 10-year-old. So this kind of goes to what is Lily was talking about. Face amount 2 million. Okay, so let's take a look at a 10-year-old. I actually remember doing this. This is F&G. So this is someone who's really looking to produce some income for their 10-year-old. So notice a 10-year-old, 14,000 a year. You know, what is 14,000 a year? How much is that per month? It's like a little over 1,000 a month, right? Yeah, this is a real scenario. Okay, so notice at the end of 10 years, they put in 141,000. By the end of 10 years, they've accumulated 155,000 and it's $2 million of life insurance. Let's go to, by the time she's 30, they put in 282,000. They've already got 500,000, nearly 500,000. Okay, so what multiple is that? 282 to 499,000. Okay, by the time she's 40, they put in 423,000. Now she's got 1.2 million in her account. So what's the multiple of 423 to 1.2 million? Let's keep going. By age 50, they put in 564,000. Now they got $2.6 million in the cash account. Okay. By age 60, they put in 705,000. Now they got 5.5 million. So what's the return on investment on 5.5 million after putting in 705,000? So now they take money out at age 60. They stop making premium payments at age 65. Age 66, they take out 744,000 a year tax free. Okay. So in the first 5 years, they've got the 3.7 million tax free. Again, it's capped out at 776,000. So even the first 5 years, at age 70, they've got how many multiples of 776 just in the first 5 years? Plus they got 11.3 million and 8.8 million death benefit. So let's take it all the way out to age 90. Age 90, 776,440, 18 million in tax-free retirement. And you can see 2 million in death benefit. Right? So that kind of gives you the other end of the extreme. So I showed you someone at age that was older, that was right on the cusp of, where it made sense, and it still made sense. But now this is a 10-year-old, right? I remember this illustration. This is a really good illustration. So let's see if we go middle of the ground. Gabriella. So age 40, Gabriella, age 40. So this is more of what you're going to typically find with most people that are looking at doing tax-free retirement. So she can afford 300,000 a year, $250 a month, right? Age 41. So again, first 10 years, and then the death benefit's 271,000. So she's got 30,000 she put into it, and she 23,000, not a lot, because again, a lot of the fees and everything's front loaded. IUL shine later. So by age 60, she's put 60,000 in. Now she's got 79,000 of benefit. Okay, she pays up until 65, so she's put in 75,000, and then you can see that she's taken out for 6 years or 5 years, 54,000. But then she has 171,000 in cash value, 209,000 death benefit. So, we take it out. Let's just take it out to age 90. 75,000. She's getting about 10,000 a year, tax free. 274,000 total benefit with 75,000 put into it. So again, we can't really call life insurance an investment. Okay. And then look at the death benefit. She's got 30,000 left to bury her. Right. So you tell me, I mean, it's not an investment. We can't call it an investment, but when you put $75,000 into something and you had a tax-free benefit of 274,000 with 30,000 left over in life insurance, I call that doing something smart with your money, particularly because you can run out of money with a regular IRA or 401k. You can run out of money. Here, you don't really run out of money. So anyway, is that making sense, Mike?
Yes, sir. Yes, thank you. That's pretty much what I was asking.
So
The
it's
only
more,
other
yeah,
The
go
only
ahead.
other question I would ask to that, and somebody asked me this, and I'll ask you when we do our one-on-one, but just if it's not a quick answer, but he asked me basically if I knew a number that he would have to put in to where he could just live off the interest at some point, and I said I'd have to get back to him.
Well, okay, so that's not an IUL question,
Ah.
because the IUL question is it's a different answer to a different question. However, so what he's talking about is the traditional mindset of retirement. Okay. So that when someone asks that question, their idea is what kind of nest egg would I be able to live off of? And so typically, so let me take you through kind of the thought exercise on that. So when someone wants to live off the interest, the typical amount is like 5% interest rate on a nest egg. So when you ask them, well, how much do you want per year? How much do you think, what's comfortable for you? Okay. So there's two factors. How much do you want to live on? And then how much is that equivalent to when you want to retire? Okay. So the question is, do you want to live on a lifestyle today of 100,000 a year? Okay. Is that comfortable for you? 100,000 a year. Yeah, that's great. Okay. How old is he, Mike? How old is this guy you're talking to?
Right now, he's 48.
Okay. So let's say 65, 1. Okay. So 17 years. And so the question is 100,000 lifestyle today, what does that translate to in 17 years? And, I'll just give you a ballpark based on inflation at the rate it's run right now. It probably will be nearly 200,000. Okay. So 100,000 lifestyle today, let's just say it doubles in 17 years. And that's probably being very conservative. So then you take 200,000, divide that by 0.05. So he needs $4 million at a 5% interest rate, okay, to get 200,000 a year when he wants to retire, which is equivalent to 100,000 a year today. So how much has he got? How much has he saved so far? So you got to take that question. How much does he have? Okay. So let's just say in his life up to age 47, let's say he's put away. I mean, what's a good guess for you? A couple 100,000, 200, 300,000?
Yeah, I would. That's probably about what he's put away.
Okay.
Just from talking to him.
Okay. So he needs 4 million nest egg. He's got, let's say 300,000 a day. So what does he need to invest in every month to get to 4 million? So I'm not even going to take any interest rate. I'm just doing this in my head. So he needs 3.7 million. Let's just straight up divide it by 17 years, just 3.7 million. without any interest rate growth. He needs to put away $217,000 per year just to get there without any interest rate growth. If you factor compounding in there, if he got some return on investment, even if it's 10% per year, do you understand how it's kind of an impossible question at his age, right? So the mentality of the traditional retirement at his age, and he didn't put enough. So basically he didn't put enough away. So he's asking you how much, and it's like, dude, it's impossible. Now, if he thinks 50,000 a year is more reasonable, and let's see, has Social Security, which is about 30,000 a year, that's like 70,000. Well, then the number goes down, but the number's still large. So this is where we start talking to him about, well, look, man, how about if we look at age 40, 47, 48, you've got, 17 years to put money into a program like tax-free retirement. Let's run some numbers and let's see what that can do for you. Right. So that would be kind of the discussion I'd have with this guy. The 300,000, whatever he has in, you would want to just keep that, well, maybe you don't. Maybe you talk about, there's a way to liquidate that called Rule 72, where you can take certain money out of that. If it's an IRA or 401k, you can take a certain amount every year and put it into an IUL, and then the IUL could actually outperform, putting money away. So if the objective is to make 100,000 a year, or with Social Security, maybe it's 70,000 tax-free a year, or 50,000, we could put a scenario together, but it's going to be probably less than he would need if he did a traditional retirement plan, but anyway, I don't know if that makes sense.
So I really just need to sit down with him and just cover everything you just mentioned, and then maybe even drag you into a call.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Thanks.
Yeah. All right. So just by way of announcement, Louisville, there's a Louisville boot camp on June 9th from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. And June 9th's what, a Saturday? Is that a Saturday? Typically, we'd like to do it on Saturdays. The Leventovich. Oh,
it's actually a Friday.
That's a Friday. Oh, that's unusual. So Friday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m., June 9th. Highly recommend if you're any kind of driving distance, if you're in, Kentucky, Indiana, Ohio, get there. Okay. And I think what I've done for new people, if you're brand new and you want to go and you've never gone to a boot camp before, I usually pick up the cost of your hotel room. I think it's $50 towards the cost of a hotel room. I think that's capped it at 50. For you to go Thursday, drive down there Thursday night, and then you're there right, from 10 a.m. to 4. So if you've never been to a boot camp, you're brand new, I will definitely, pay $50 towards your hotel room and at least make it a little bit easier for you to get down there. Okay. So I highly recommend you get a chance. If you get a chance, definitely get out there. Then of course, family reunion is July 14th through the 16th in Miami, Florida. So get your tickets. I'm not going to go into a lot of promotion on it, but just by way of announcement, put that in your calendar. It's going to be an awesome event. We're all jacked up about that too. So anyway, gang, it's 10:08. Thanks everybody for plugging in. Great questions. I appreciate that. And yeah, really great questions. And then if you need any additional clarification or anything else you need, you can book me, you can book my calendar, or you can call me direct, and we can cover all that stuff. So God bless everybody. Thank you so much. Appreciate you.